Hello friends, welcome to krishnastechinfo. In this video we can see about the OpenSSH future depreciation of ssh-rsa signature key. You can also see about the ed25519 key generation for accessing the servers using the SSH protocol. First we can see about the OpenSSH future depreciation notice. In this notice you can see it is now possible to perform a chosen prefix attacks against the SH-ed25519 algorithm for less than $50,000 US. So for this they are going to disable the ssh-rsa public key signature algorithm, which depends on the SHA-1 by default. So even after the depreciation you can use the OpenSSH RSA keys with the better algorithms, specifically the SHA-256 and SHA-512. So you can see the OpenSSH release note. Here they have mentioned the better alternatives, which includes the below recommendations. So you can use the RSA SHA-2 signature algorithms, which is RSA SHA-256 and 512. So which is by default enabled in the OpenSSH 7.2 version in both client and server. And we can also use the ssh-ed25519 signature algorithm, which is by default enabled in the OpenSSH 6.5 version. So you can also use the ed25519 algorithm as mentioned in this release note. So if you want to check the server is using a weak ssh-rsa public key algorithm, you can use this command. So now we can see how to create the ed25519 signature, which uses the SHA-2 algorithm. So you can use the puttygen key generator to generate the keys. You can open this puttygen key generator. By default you will be getting the RSA. So you need to change this to ed25519. In this ed25519 you need to select the ed25519. Now we can generate the keys. So now the key is generated. So here you can see the public key. So for using this SSH keys, first you need to save the public key. First we can copy this content of this public key to a notepad and save this as the filename.pub and save it. So after saving this public key, you can save the private key. So click this save private key option. And if you want to set the passphrase for this key, you can set it. Or if you want to save without the passphrase, we can give yes. So give the file name and click save. So now the private key and the public key both are saved. Now we can see how this key authentication works. So the public key should be saved in the remote server which you are going to use. So the SSH authentication can be done to the remote server using the two methods, using the password authentication and the key based authentication. So the password based authentication is not more secure. So you need to use this SSH key authentication so to access the servers more securely. So in this you can see the public key need to be saved in this remote server, whichever server you're going to use. So if you're using the Linux server or a free kind of centralized authentication, you need to save this .pub file in this remote server. So you need to add the contents of the public key to the remote server user. So in this local machine you need to have your ppk file, which is the private key. So using the private key from the local machine you can access this remote server using the SSH protocol more securely. So generating this key using the ed25519 key algorithm, your SSH connection will be more secure. So in future if you are going to generate any SSH keys, so please go with this ed25519 key algorithm to generate the keys. Thanks for watching this video. Post your comments and suggestions. Please share and subscribe to my channel. Press the bell button to get instant notifications on my videos. You can follow me on this Instagram ID and Facebook page. For any queries you can reach me on this Skype ID.